first part of the problem that we're going to be looking at. You don't need to write any part of this down right now. It just says that 4 friends each were eating their own part of a granola bar. A granola bar is like a chewy bar, or sometimes we eat them for breakfast, those little breakfast bars, those kinds of things. Like a cereal bar, sure. Protein bar? Could be. Cereal bar. Could be. All of the granola bars were the same size. What are some things that you're wondering? What are some things that you're wondering? Devin, what are you wondering? How big are what? Size of what? How big are the size of the granola bars? Sure. Sean?
Who are the 4 friends?
Who are these 4 friends? Will?
Do the granola bars taste good?
Do the granola bars taste good? That's actually a really good point. If something tastes good, do you typically eat a little bit or a lot of it?
A lot.
Yeah, so if someone thinks that it tastes good, they might eat more than if they think it tastes bad. Harper?
How big are they?
How big are these granola bars? Michael?
It's Will said, but like what kind of brand? Because that might depend if you're making them.
Sure, what kind of brand of granola bars are we working with? Here's what we've got. So Missy ate 4/6 of her bar. Janiyah ate 4/8 of her bar.
Different sizes.
Frank ate 6/8 of his bar. And Carlos ate 2/3 of his bar. I want you not to write any part of this down yet. I want you to pay close attention. And I want you to tell me, who do you think ate the most? Look at those fraction pieces. All of those bars started out as the same. They were the same length to start with. And then they ate different slices, different amounts. Who do you think ate the most? So I'm not asking you to do anything, but just think. Look at those sizes and think. Jackson, you don't have any of your materials out that I've asked for, so you're not going to go anywhere right now. Harper, who are you thinking ate the most? Frank? Why do you think Frank ate the most? Okay, who?
Carlos.
You think Carlos ate the most? Why do you think that?
Because like they both eat in practically the bigger fraction.
Brayden, I can't hear Harper.
Whatever the function is, the bigger.
I'm not really sure I understand that. Finley, who do you think ate the most? You think Carlos? So, Logan, I very specifically said you're not writing anything down. Can we stop doing that and actually think about what I've asked? Why do you think Carlos ate the most, Tinley? Okay, so thirds are the bigger pieces, the bigger chunks. Okay. He only ate 2/3 though. Will, what do you think?
I think Frank and Carlos ate the same amount.
You think Frank and Carlos ate the same amount?
Yeah.
Okay, and you think they both had the most?
Uh-huh.
All right, why do you think that?
Since well if you take 2/3,
Uh-huh.
that thirds would equal 6, a 6, and then if you look at Frank's, there's a 6 right there.
Okay, but are those 6, or is it just 6 pieces?
6 pieces.
Does anyone think Janiyah ate the most?
No.
Why does no one think Janiyah ate the most? Janiyah's in the middle. She ate 4/8 of her bar. Why do we think that she did not eat the most? Gwen, what are you thinking?
I think Janiyah didn't eat the most because she had 4/8.
Uh-huh.
And you can clearly see that Frank had 6/8. So we can more than 4 eggs.
Yeah, very good. So we clearly know Janiyah didn't eat the most because Frank had 2 8 more than her. So we know Janiyah did not eat the most. Michael, what are your thoughts?
At first I thought Carlos, but then I feel like Frank, because if you look at, if there's 8 eights, that's a whole.
Okay,
And there's only 2, and it's 6 eights, so there's only 2 pieces away from a whole.
love
And
that.
I think that's closer than 2 thirds.
All right, so
Because
I'm
we need
gonna
a whole nother third.
I'm going to share what Michael said just so everyone can hear it because it was interesting. He said that he thinks it's Frank because his is split into 8s and he's only 2 8s away from 8 eighths, which is a whole. And even though that's 2 pieces, and Carlos is only 1 piece to get to 3/3,
Carlos is big.
Michael knows that Carlos's pieces are really big. Third pieces are big.
And 2 eighths is smaller than 1 third, so it would be.
So Michael's thinking that those 2 8s might actually be smaller than 1/3. Sean?
That would be Frank and Missy, because one has an 8, one of the bars is 8 eighths, and then another one is 6 sixths. So they both have 2 more to go until they eat the same amount.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. All right, crew, so we are going to be using some number lines today to compare our pieces. Now, we remember in that very first time we were reading that problem, Tinley, that these granola bars are the exact same size. That's what it said in the first beginning. They were all eating the same size granola bars. They ate different amounts, but the granola bars started out the exact same. Okay? So because of that, we're going to need our number lines to be the exact same length. We can't say Carlos, here's his granola bar, but Missy, here's her granola bar. We can't compare that because that's not going to be fair. So let's draw 4 number lines, leave some space in between, and make sure your number lines are the exact same size. Devin, what you need, love? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Raise your hand to tell me why my number lines are all equal sizes, Ashlyn. Yeah, all of their granola bars started out being the same size. So if I'm going to compare them, they need to be the same size. Next to that first number line, I'm going to write the letter M because I'm going to say that that is Missy's granola bar. How many pieces should I partition that granola bar into? Pay close attention to how much she ate. How many pieces should I split her number line into? Well, how many pieces should I split her number line into? 6. 6? How did you know that?
Since it says on there, Missy, 4 6.
Yeah, 4 6. That means I'm counting by 6. So I need to make some 6. I'm going to split it in half first because 6 is an even number. I know I need 3 on this side. There's my 3 pieces. And 3 on this side. Now I've split it into 6. Okay. Does she eat all 6 6? No. Is there a reason you don't have any of these things written down yet? Thanks. How much did Missy eat? Finley, how much did Missy eat? not a maybe. It's printed on the board. So let's get back focused, please. Devin, how much did Missy eat? For what? 4 whole granola bars? 4 sticks. So let's count. 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6. I'm going to put her mark, and I'm actually going to make a dot right where 4 6 is. I'm even going to label it 4 6. Because Missy ate 4 6 of a granola bar. All right, let's go down to Janaya. Mason, how many pieces should I split up Janaya's granola bar?
4 8.
So that's how much she ate total, but how many pieces do I need to split up that number line into? I need to split it into 8s because that's my unit. That's what I'm counting. So let's go ahead and break it into 8s, Mason. I'm going to split it in half first. Then I'm going to split each of those in half. Now I have 4 pieces, and then I'm going to split it in half again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to double check, I'm going to count my pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 pieces, also known as 8s. How many 8s? How many 8s did she eat? Not a trick question. Lincoln, how many 8s did she eat?
4 8.
She ate 4 8s. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 8s. Put my dot there.
What was the first one say?
4 6. So looking at our model, who ate more? Raise your hand to tell me, please. Looking at our model, now we 100% know who ate more. Finley, who ate more?
Missy.
Missy ate more. How do you know that Missy ate more? Finley, how do you know that? Yeah, how do you know that? So just because the pieces are smaller does not mean that the whole thing is smaller. How do we know? Bladen, how do we know?
Because 8 is more than 6. But if you're doing it in fraction pieces, 6 is more than 8.
Okay, so how do I know that Missy ate more than Janaya?
Because 6s are longer than 8, and there's the same amount of 8s and 6s. Like there's 4 8s and 4 6s.
Oh, okay, so
But 6s are longer than 8, so it's gonna be 8.
I understand. So even though they both ate the same amount of pieces, because the 6 size pieces were bigger, then Missy ate more. Look at that number line. Which one goes farther down the number line? Missy goes farther down the number line. If I was taking chomps, chomp, 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 I know that Missy has ate more. All right, let's go on to Frank.
Hello, Frank.
What do I need to partition Frank's bar into? What do I need to partition Frank's bar into? Logan?
You need to put it. You need to split it into 8.
I need to split it into 8s. Logan, how do you know I need to split it into 8s?
Because the total is 8.
Ooh, not the total. What's that?
the whole.
The whole. You might even say, Logan, the denominator tells me it's 8. So let's go ahead and split it into 8. We can just copy right ahead of us because Shania's number line, excuse me, is also into 8. Jackson, how many 8s did Frank eat? He ate 6 8s. Very good. 1 8, 2 8, 3 8, 4 8, 5 8, 6 8. I'm going to put a dot, please. And then my fraction 6 8. Who ate the most? Now we've got 3 people that we can compare. Who ate the most now? Harper?
Frank.
How do you know that? Harper thinks Frank, but how would we know that? Mason, put it up. Shelby, how would we know that? He has what? Lower numbers? So, I don't think so. 6 8 is larger. Not quite. How do we know that Frank? How do we know that Frank has the most? Jackson, how do you know?
Because
You are Mr. John? You go with Mr. John? Well, today is your day with Mr. John and Miss Weeks.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Yeah.
um,
So Jackson noticed that it had 6 pieces. And that is kind of important because everyone else only ate 4 pieces. How else do we know? I'm over here, please. How else do we know that Frank ate the most? How else do we know that? Look at your model. Look at your model.
We'll chat later.
Michael?
Well, one, he's ahead of everybody on the number line, and 2, that, we know that Missy was winning that other one, but, it feels like, Frank and everybody. What's the first name starts with J?
Janiyah.
Frank and Janiyah were in, their last number, is both 8.
Their denominator is both 8.
Their denominator is both 8, so if Frank has 6 at the, numerator, and she has 4, then he has more pieces by 2.
Give me a second. Just give me the weight at my table and I'll write that down. Thank you. Yeah, so because they're the same denominator, he has 2 more pieces. Very good. Michael is exactly right. It goes farther down our number line. It's not tricky. If she was chomping or he was chomping, chomp, 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 chomp. It goes farther across that bar. All right, let's look at Carlos. Look at Carlos. Go ahead and split Carlos's bar, how it is supposed to be split. How many pieces did I partition that bar into? How many pieces did I partition that bar into, Sean?
Parts or lines?
Parts. I'm always going to talk about parts. I partitioned it into 3 parts. How did you know that?
Because Carlos had 2/3 of his bar, so So the denominator was 3, which makes it kind of like double.
Yes. Our denominator is 3. That tells me I need to be counting by thirds, which means, Finley, my number line should have some thirds on it. I'm going to count the thirds. Ready? 1/3, 2/3.
Wait, we're going to the very end.
Did it make up one whole?
No.
2/3 does not equal one whole. 3/3 would, though. But this is only 2/3. 1/3 away. Love that. Will?
Can I get a paper towel since I think I want most of them?
Yep, go for it. So who ate the most? Who ate the most? Harper? Frank ate the most. By just a little bit, because look, he's pretty close to how much Carlos ate. Maybe just a tiny piece. But Frank ate the most.
I feel like there's 2 more pieces, or like 2 or 3 pieces, it would be more. Like if we were talking about the 8, if it was like 2 or 1 more pieces, it would be like, I feel like it would be like 1/3 piece.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, your homework tonight
About this.
is the exact same problem you just did, plus 1 extra piece. But it is the exact same people, the exact same granola bars, the exact same fraction, so it should be very easy. And then there's 1 extra piece that you got to think about at the bottom. Kind of, but it should be way easier now. All right, we are going to stop here and get our new math choice board ready to go.